These are the 25 most cringeworthy and bizarre goals you've ever seen. And we start with a goal so bad that it made the losing team demand to replay the match. The match in question was between Hoffenheim and Bayer. After a corner kick, Kiesling shot off target and put his hands on his head, apparently acknowledging a bad miss. But what he didn't realize was that the ball found its way into the net through a hole in the side netting. Despite all the protests, the referee allowed the goal, and Kiesling himself didn't want to refuse this gift of fate. In the end, the sports court refused to replay the match despite acknowledging the referee's mistake. Can you imagine a football goal so controversial that it leads to changes in the rules of the game? Well, it actually happened in the 4th Dutch division, where the referee found himself too close to the action, accidentally blocking a clearance and sending the ball straight into the net. The goal was counted, but it forced officials to rethink the laws of football. Now, when you see the ball go in the net off a match official or just hit him anywhere else on the field, a drop ball is given instead. 10 years ago, Gareth Bale was the king of the English Premier League. With 21 goals and assists, he almost carried Tottenham into the top 4. But there was that one game against Liverpool where Gareth was embarrassed by his own teammate. Aaron Lennon was trying to clear the ball from the goal line, but instead, he smashed it right into Bale's face, causing it to ricochet into their own net. It might be the first time when Gareth started to reconsider taking up a safer sport without any pesky teammates to mess things up. But at least Gareth Bale's team managed to win their game, while Marvin Hitz had no reward for his suffering. Not only did his team suffer a crushing 0-3 loss, but the defender made him feel the pain of the defeat in a very real and physical way. A ball to the face left Niklas Sula seeing stars and scoring an own goal, reminding us that big wins don't come easy. They can be a real headache. However, this is hardly the case for his team, as Bayern effortlessly won the game and clinched their 6th Bundesliga title.
It's got in!
Unlike the previous guys, Chris Brass has no one to blame but himself for turning his face into a punching bag. Not only was his pride crushed, but his nose was also broken. In the penalty area, opposing teams are always wary of Chicharito's deadly aim. But it seems that the Mexican striker is also a danger to himself, as he proved in a game against Chelsea, when Liverpool's forward Stan Collymore unleashed a shot at a speed that would shame a pensioner playing carpet bowls. Tim Flowers was ready for it, or so he thought. The shot was on target and seemed like an easy save, but a rogue divot on the pitch had other plans. The most frustrating part is that the divot was created by the goalkeeper himself moments earlier for his goal kicks. Who said that quality is more important than quantity? Michaela Moore made her way onto our list by scoring not 1, not 2, but 3 own goals in a single match. What makes her achievement even more unique is the fact that she has scored a perfect hat trick, which means scoring with her left foot, right foot, and head. The winds of fate were blowing against Thurrock FC in a lowly division league game. In the official match report, the conditions were called difficult, but it seems to be quite an understatement. Defender Kamarl Duncan attempted to clear the ball down the line, but instead, the wind picked up the ball and sent it back over his head. When discussing goals scored directly from corner kicks, it's easy to think of accomplished players such as Angel Di Maria, David Beckham, or Ronaldinho. Yet it's worth noting that Paul Owens is the only player to have scored 2 goals in one game. However, Owens' goals relied more heavily on wind and a bit of luck, as he lacked the phenomenal technique of those star players. The Shanghai Football Club eagerly signed Papi Cisse, expecting nothing less than the stunning goals he scored for Newcastle. But sometimes, reality has a way of defying expectations.
这动作太大了。
弹回到王申超身上，然后再打回来碰到西塞的身上。
When his team was trailing by 1 goal, Olivier Kemen saw an opportunity and quite literally took matters into his own hands, with the most obvious handballs you're ever likely to witness. To make matters worse, rather than sheepishly accept the goal, the midfielder ran off in celebration as if he scored the best goal of his life. Liverpool fans have a long-standing hatred of beach balls. Ask why? In 2009, the Reds lost a game when Darren Bent scored a goal with a ricochet off a beach ball thrown onto the pitch by a Liverpool fan. Since the introduction of VAR, offsides have been scrutinized with incredible precision. But back in the days when referees had to rely on their own eyes to catch offsides, Carlos Tevez scored a goal that left the entire stadium in disbelief. Everyone in the stands could see the offside, but the officials seemed to be the only ones who missed it. As the goalkeeper who once conceded 10 goals against Spain, Mikhail Roche knows what it feels like to be embarrassed. However, there's one goal that he probably wishes he could erase from his memory more than any other. The own goal he somehow scored from the tightest angle possible. A low-tier Italian team had to swallow the bitter pill of losing to a goal that was nothing short of a freak accident. It was the only goal in the game, making it all the more painful. With the ball deep in his own half, Domenico Zampaglione launched a forceful sliding tackle that somehow transformed into a ferocious 75-yard rocket landed in the back of the opponent's net. There's a special kind of heartbreak that comes with thinking you've made a brilliant save, only to be completely humiliated by the ball sneaking into the net while you're busy basking in your own glory. Imagine losing a semifinal in an intense 1919 penalty shootout just because you celebrated too early. Or conceding a goal simply because you're taking a drink at the wrong time. Throughout his glorious career, Hans-Jörg Butt scored an impressive 37 penalties, but there's one particular penalty that he took that the goalkeeper regrets to this day. After scoring against Schalke, Butt must have been feeling on top of the world. But before he could even finish his celebration, Schalke's Mike Hanke struck a quick and devastating blow, scoring directly from the kickoff and leaving Butt to rue the day he celebrated too soon. Imagine the excitement of a goalkeeper who thinks he's found a chance to spark a counterattack, only to realize in horror that he's made a huge mistake. Taking a free kick way too quickly, Filipenko regretted it instantly. And to add insult to injury, the whole thing was clearly plagued with two fouls. The guy who blocked the free kick was too close, and the goal scorer was in an offside position.
Oh, and the ball has been kicked against Lee, and Lucas Hinterseer will score one of the easiest.
Uzbekistan's goalkeeper's long clearance up the field should have been an easy save for goalkeeper Zhang, but it turned into a moment of humiliation. To make matters worse, it was later revealed that the North Korean was found to have deliberately conceded the goal, resulting in a fine and disqualification. Imagine the agony of a goalkeeper trying to be a hero, running all the way up to the opposite penalty area to save his team's game. But instead of scoring, his opponents took advantage of his absence and scored the longest header goal in football history. Unlike the previous goalkeeper, who at least had the excuse of being in the opposing team's penalty area, this keeper had nowhere to hide. Starting a game with a goal conceded is never a good way to set the tone. And when that goal comes from the opposing team's goalkeeper, it's even more embarrassing. Poor Arthur Boruc knows this all too well, having to endure the humiliation of conceding a goal to Asmir Begovic in just 12 seconds into a match. Thank you for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe for more amazing content. If you have any suggestions for future videos, let us know in the comments below, and see you in the next one.